wonderful. Happy Sunday, everybody. It's your girl, Ash Brown. And I have a special guest with me, my co host, who so many of you are asking about. Oh my gosh, when is she coming back? When is she going to do another review? When is she going to talk about some shows? I welcome you all with the wonderful Ro. Hey, Ro.
How's it going, man?
Oh, it's yeah, man. Glad to have you back. I know you've had a tight schedule, dude, and it's
Yeah,
been
it is.
kind of hard to catch up with you.
You know how it is, busy.
Rocking and rolling and whatnot, right?
I can roll it, but not.
Oh my goodness. So people were talking and they were saying how they liked our reviews and they were, like, oh my gosh, when are they going to start doing reviews again? And like, what shows are they watching? So I thought that this would be a perfect, optimal time to kind of test the waters a little bit to see what everybody's into, but also kind of share a little bit of our insight on some of the streaming shows that are on today.
Yeah, some good ones too, right?
Definitely. So I will let you lead the way, Ro, to the very first show that we're going to talk about today.
Okay, well on Hulu we have Only Murderers in the Building. Remember that good one?
Now this was a surprising show for me because I thought that I thought it was a weird combination.
Oh gosh.
Martin Short, what's the name?
Selena Gomez. I was like, huh?
Yeah, and Steve Martin. It was weird. It was a weird combination.
Yeah, that's why I didn't watch it until like now. Because I was like, Ash keeps telling me, man, you gotta look at the show, dog. It's so good, and I'm just like, yo, I don't really know, man. And I watched it. I'm like, you know what? She was right.
Mm-hmm.
It's a doggone good show,
Yeah, as I told you, I will not lead you astray.
Sometimes she does, people. Sometimes she does.
Whatever.
It happens.
Anyways, no, but this season, I kind of felt like, we're getting further and further away from like the original recipe. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this, this current season that's going on, season 3. How did you feel about the opening?
I mean, I didn't expect your boy Paul Rudd, number one. I was like, it's right up in here. What's going on? What's up with that? I mean, I was just like, at first I'm like, oh, snap, he's gone. It's like, this show just started. Mm-hmm. I felt really bad for Martin Short's character, because it's like, is he gets to do Broadway again after, like 30 years of having, like, a failed, like, Broadway thing. So it's like, it's a chance again, you know what I'm saying? So when that happened, I was like, oh, here it goes, That was crazy,
Yeah, I like how they always try to incorporate a lot of people that we recognize, like just from a name or just from seeing their face. Like Paul Rudd, I thought that was random as heck. I thought that was super, super random. And then Meryl Streep, I was like, what's she doing there? What's Meryl Streep doing on Only Murders?
Nah, man, when they showed up with old, what's his name again? Ben, not Ben. The guy from Furious Mueller, they brought him out.
Oh, Matthew Broderick.
Really? I was like, if they brought out Broderick, get out of here.
Oh my gosh, but all the girls I hear were really like, batting their eyes and went, ooh, Jesse, whatever his name is. What is his name?
Jesse Williams.
Jesse Williams, yes.
Williams, yeah. I forgot about him.
Dude.
He's just a pretty boy. That's about all he's got.
I don't know. I'm suspicious of him. Like, I'm suspicious of everyone on that show, honestly, because I don't know who did it.
I'm suspicious of people in general now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be the pretty boy, DC. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little suspicious, and then he was lying in the beginning about that whole thing with
I didn't believe for 1 second, people, that this man was up in a tree watching a little elephant get trapped into the mud, right? Yeah. And he claims he went down there and he took 3 hours to get them out of there. Nobody in the right mind's gonna do that. What the heck, man? Freaking liar.
I was just not, like I said, we haven't seen him for maybe an episode or two. It's been a couple of episodes if you guys are current with the show. And I'm like, he's probably scheming. Probably scheming.
Well, seduce and scheme, right?
Oh, man. But
he's sort of kind of dating Selena's character, you know? And that's like, anytime I'm persuaded to like make sure that he's, watching what she's doing so he can like make her know what's going on. Because it seems like Meryl Streep's character did the same thing with Oliver, you know?
Right. Yeah, like we know, like, okay, we were suspicious of her in the beginning because we're like, I don't know. And then she's got this crazy book. And okay, for those that haven't watched last week's episode, I'm about to just spill some spoilers. So you want to turn off the show right now if you wanted to watch last week's episode. I am definitely talking about stuff that happened in that episode. So Meryl Streep's character, we find out, is actually the mother of Ben's brother, who, was the one that was adopted, and he doesn't even know that that's his actual birth mom. So now we kind of get a little bit deeper into it, and I love that part because I felt like the week before it was getting kind of dry. Like they were kind of like, we still don't know who the heck killed Ben. We don't know why. We don't know anything else that we've known, for episodes before. So I think that it was fascinating, but also I kind of feel this season it's going to be a catapult of multiple things. Like, I don't know if people are working together or if Ben had so many enemies that so many people wanted to kill him that they all had some kind of hand, whether together or separately, in killing him. Because also, remember, Charles's girlfriend, fiance, if you want to say that, I was a little suspicious of her, too, because it was her lipstick that was on Ben's mirror the night that he got killed.
Right.
So,
and she claims it just fell out, right?
She claims it fell out. Because, like I said, I'm suspicious of Jesse Williams. I'm suspicious of her. I'm suspicious of the brother because it was just so obvious he had access to him and he had motive.
He had motive. He basically came up with the whole big character, the Cobra, which is what they made a show out of it all, but he was getting the credit for it.
Right.
It's all about Ben,
Right. Right.
It's crazy, right?
It's something else.
But the thing about it is, Ben was such a prick, okay? He was a jerk to everybody, but I'm like, hey, I would have helped too. Get me a chainsaw after this guy, It was just bad, like, the way he treated everybody, and you remember that he hated Charles, too, even though we know Charles didn't do it. He hated Charles because Charles fired him when he was, like, 8 years old, And they really messed him up, so... Yeah, anybody could be the killer. I hope it's a group of them that came together, or maybe, because at first he got poisoned, right? It came back, and they were like, oh, man, this guy's still alive. and then after that, he got somehow pushed off of the damn, what do they call them again, actually?
Like the elevator shaft. Like,
yeah,
I don't know how that happened.
Like, who was up there? Like, let me just take a little trip up to the elevator shaft. Like, that's so weird, right?
Well, the thing about it, okay, now that you're talking about that, Ro, in order for the elevator shaft to be open, somebody would have to have, like, a key. Because, like, okay, say the elevator is at floor number 1. If I'm on floor 9, the door is not going to open because the elevator's not there.
Right.
So, this just came to me.
It's like hours though. Nobody else has keys for that stuff. Or Uma, is it her name? Uma. Probably someone that works there. Then you want to think about
Now we're adding to the list of suspects because now I'm like, they would have had to. Unless I don't know if they said
the area. Yeah.
But I don't know if they said that if he was dead when they found him there or if the drop killed him.
I remember Selena, her character, Mabel, she had something like they didn't have the right time of death. Remember that?
Yeah, because it was something was changed because they said Ben always sets his clock ahead like 20 minutes or something like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I don't know because technically they wouldn't have known what time exactly he died unless they saw like him getting killed. They just saw his body come through like the glass part of the elevator.
Right.
But we don't know from when he was killed.
Is there people that do that though, that find out exactly the time of death? I mean,
yeah, that's what the coroner does.
Then why is it the coroner?
I don't know, man.
Like, hey, man, if you want to know when this big star got killed, but, maybe it was 20 minutes ago. I don't know. What is going on here?
Or maybe, bro, the the corn is in with it too. Because I don't understand how everybody's timeline is off. That doesn't make any sense.
That just tells me New Yorkers don't care about anything.
Well, bro, New York is a different place.
Yeah, well, down here in the South, things would have gotten done. Everybody go to jail.
Oh, man. All right, so let's go on to our next program. What's the next show that we want to talk about and critique?
90 Day Fiancé, The Last Resort.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Yeah, it's a wonderful show where a bunch of couples, per se, from 90 Day universe come together and they try to save their relationships in 2 weeks in this fabulous spot, Key West, I think.
Yeah.
Somewhere down there at festival, all like that. And first, you get to hear Ashley do a freaking Unswittle impersonation.
Oh my god!
That's over my entire life. Okay, you gotta do it, man.
Hate it. I don't know. It's just the one thing for me is just I hate adults, male or female. I hate adults that cry and whine and complain. And it seems to me every time he's on the screen, he's crying about something. He's complaining about something. Oh, Kelani, the man, she's still talking to the man, and it make me feel away. Shut up! Just stop it. Just stop. I am so sick of seeing him. It's not even funny. Like, he just kind of enrages me. Every minute they're having a group discussion about something, he's in tears, crying. Why? Because he's a trifling ass man. He's terrible. He knows he does wrong, and he continues to do wrong.
You gotta tell him that rumor, BZ. Yeah, I just gotta tell that rumor.
I don't know about that one, though.
Giving people a little something to chew on, man.
Like I said, I don't know. Evidently, I don't know. They said Asuelo, one of the rumors is I don't know, those of you that are into the 90 Day franchise and all the foolishness that comes off and spins off of it. But there's this girl named Chantal, and she was married to I think he was Dominican? I don't remember. But anyway, she had this big family, and she had this spin-off show called The Family Chantal, which I don't even understand why they named it that, but whatever. But anyways, allegedly, Asuelo had been, like, having an affair with this girl's sister, with Chantal's sister. And evidently, she possibly gave him an STD. I don't know. It just...
Hey, it sounds right to me, people, because Asuelo was quite dumb.
He just seemed like and then it's like he thinks like if he asks for forgiveness, then it's okay. That's not how this works.
I don't know how it works in Samoa, but that guy right there is like the worst. Yeah.
I don't know. They're the most annoying couple that I really did not want to see again. I'm like, really? And then for them, they're the only couple that brought their kids, and that mentions that kids plural.
It's like a family vacation. Everybody.
Basically, plural. You brought your two kids. You brought your two kids and your sister, and it just seemed like they're just fishing so much for like they're trying to get their own spin-off show. Nobody's gonna spin them off. I don't want to see Asuelo once a week on a show. No, his English is not wonderful, and he just every minute his eyes all welling up with tears. If you don't shut up, sir.
Oh, Ash, we gotta give a backstory on them for a second. Let's see here. God. So basically, Kalani, she's half Samoan, half white, right? And she's about 30-something or whatever. She goes to Samoa and she falls for him. Now, this guy here had the job of cleaning off, what's it called again? Seaweed off of coral. Mm-hmm. So she managed to find him there, and they had this wonderful night together, as you will. And she ends up pregnant. And it's just like, Kalani, no. I think the worst part is he's like 10 years younger than her, and it's like, dang, she basically got another child to take care of. And that's her backstory. Thank you.
Yeah, it's just ridiculousness. The next couple we'll talk about. And it's kind of crazy. There's just a lot of randomness on this show. I don't know. You can go through the next couple of people. I just.
Okay. Well, there's a fan favorite, Angela. She's something years old, and she is unfortunately from Georgia. So she represents just Georgia, right? She's really a lot, right? Really a lot. She's loud. She's obnoxious, she drinks a lot, And the crazy thing about her and her guy, Michael, is besides everything, is that he's not even there. Yeah, it's just her and a phone or some type of communication with him. And it's really awkward. Oh, by the way, he's also about 30-something years old. He's from Nigeria, I believe. And he's, some reason he's with her, I don't know. They're a weird couple. It makes sense he's not even there. And so that's one couple, right?
I mean, me personally, honestly, bro, about this whole franchise, it's turned into such a circus. It is such a circus now. It's a cash cow to keep the foolishness going. But I mean, we do not believe that these couples are real. I do not believe that Kalani and Osuelo they're in love or whatever. I don't believe that Angela really married Michael. And it's just something to be on TV, honestly.
That's a good point, especially since he's not able to come to America yet, and they've been together for like 5 years. And I'm like, shouldn't he's got some a visa by now, even if it's a tourist visa?
I've seen so many new couples come and go, get their visa, move here, great life, right? He can't do it yet. He been on the show since the last 6-7 years minimum.
It's weird.
I don't think he wants to come. I don't think he wants to come. He'd probably been writing X and O's on his application or something. He doesn't want to come here with her.
I mean, Ash is gonna really mess up his relationship with his real life and children.
Oh my
there's a couple
God.
that you don't know much about, right? Jovi, and Yara.
Yeah.
You know about them, right?
Somewhat. Tell me some more about them.
Okay, so Jovi, he's from Louisiana, I believe. And, he's just a typical guy. And he has this job where he works there for like 3 months at a time. And he met Yara, I guess online or something. And Yara is from Ukraine. She has her own money, I guess. I don't know much about her either. But I have seen when she first showed up. Believe me, I kind of know about her. Anyhow, those two were there because they had problems. Especially because she has a kid with him, but he wants more kids. And it's kind of funny that she told the entire cast that she's on birth control and I don't want to have a kid with you in front of everybody. And they're all just like, oh, snap. Yeah, and then like the next day she tried to make it better, making like this romantic meal and stuff. And I'm like, bro, that's not good enough. And my problem with Jovi is a lot of things, mainly because he loves strip clubs, all right? I don't know what this guy's problem is, but you're married now, bro. You got to stop going to strip clubs. And he knows it makes her angry. He knows that. It's just like, bloody girl. I got to tell them about that whole thing with all of them hanging out together. Like, on the whole cast. Well, we got to go for the whole cast, though, right? Okay, we got the last cast. Last one is Liz and Big Ed, as you know. They're pretty disgusting. So another 50-something-year-old with a young one. Ed's like 50-something. He's just gross. Okay, I don't want to talk about the guy. He's really gross. But in and outside. In and out. And Liz is just this girl that's like this waitress he met on one of his other 90-Day Fiancé stuff diaries, I believe. And they're still toxic, like they talk about each other in really mean ways. Like she'll say stuff like "you're little this" and "you're little that," and he'll come at her and be like, "Oh, I get a girl I want," and they're just disgusting, honestly. Yeah.
I mean, it's just Ed is probably my least favorite person to see beyond like Angela and Michael. Like I'll watch a whole season of Angela and Michael before I want to see anything with Ed. No next self. Okay.
Yeah.
He is repulsive. He is chauvinistic. He is narcissistic. He's all kinds of problematic. And I don't believe him and this girl are together. I think it's all a ploy. They're like, look, this is a business deal. We got to pretend.
She's a masochist.
Well, we're going to pretend to be a couple. You're going to get some money on the side. We're going to make this thing believable. But it's just ridiculous. And they're supposed to figure out everything within the next 2 weeks, according to the show or whatever. It's just weird. And it's just so fake. It's super fake. But the last show, Ro, you wanted to get into was American Horror Story.
We on season 12.
Delicate.
Yeah. Now, Ash and I did not like the last couple seasons.
Especially last season.
Yeah, season 11 was just... Season 12, though? Yo.
So
I'm
season
feeling
12
this
was,
one going.
yeah.
My girl Emma Roberts is up front. She said, hey, hold my ears. I'm taking over this season, son. And I said, you better get it, girl. Get it.
Yeah, I mean, I just felt like last season, season 11, they missed the mark completely. I understand the need to tell different stories because that's what makes it so unique. But this was a story that just kept going on, and it's like, unless you're a part of that community, you're not gonna really get it. And it was like there was no real substance to the story.
I know, right?
So,
They had Zachary Quinto for crying out loud. And I was like, you just wasted the man.
yeah, I mean the American Horror Stories, which I'm really not really sure how they're balancing the two between American Horror Story and American Horror Stories, which is plural, with the S. But I felt like the stories was more interesting than Story last year.
Yes, personally. Yes, I definitely agree with you there.
I feel with that. But yeah, so this new season, Delicate. How are we feeling about that, Ro?
Yeah, I mean, I got a good feeling about it. It feels like back in the day, the seasons. You know what I'm saying? Like Coven and like Hotel and all of those. But I do feel like it's cool to see Emma Roberts coming back and just showing them what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, at first we were kind of put off with the whole writer strike thing, and then we found out Kim Kardashian was going to be in it. But I will say, though, they picked a really good role for her. And she's not, like, that important. She's just kind of there.
Yeah, I think... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. I was just saying, I think that they placed her in a role that is opposite of what her reality is. Like, people are always, like, trying to get the dirt on her or whatever. And so for her to be, like, an agent type of figure, I think that was a good way because she's always on the receiving end. So it's interesting to see her in a different type of role. And yes, I love the fact that she's not like a main character, but I'm super suspicious of her just from the first episode. I'm like, I don't trust her. I think she's got something to do with it, man. I don't know. I don't know.
Man, I definitely think so too. I do like that they're doing the topic of like when you're infertile.
Yeah, infertility.
Trying to have a kid, Because it's like, they don't discuss that enough. A lot of women have to deal with that type of issue, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So, it's cool to see that. And, when she said this one line, my heart was like, but she was telling her husband, something about, will you still love me? Or something like that. She said, I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I think that's what she said.
Oh, she said, okay, I got it now. Will you still love me even though I'm broken? I was like, good gosh, woman. How would you say that? But first, she's got a good one. Well, I don't trust him either. I don't trust anybody on the show.
Yeah.
But, so it's a good topic for once. It's not, it's mass murderer of like, LGBTQ plus boys and stuff. So.
Right. But, I mean, how interesting was it that, like I said, just in the first episode, they already have me hooked. I'm like, yes, this is going to be way better than last season. It's okay. They got my attention. But how interesting was it that when they went out to dinner that time, like his friends were like talking about the wife that had passed away and, the new chick that's in your new play, she looks just like your wife and blah, blah, blah.
Weird, right?
And then you saying that in front of the new wife. Like, how disrespectful.
There, right?
Disrespectful.
Yeah, but I think it's because they were friends with her too, but it's still weird. It's like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
and this poor girl's always comparing herself to the gal too. The second wife, It's like, you're not helping with that, Just throw her to the coffin and get rid of her. We don't want this one. It's just bad,
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that it's coincidental that Emma Roberts' character and Kim Kardashian's character became friends in the infertility group, the IVF group.
That is a little weird, right?
That's a little strange. And then she didn't even directly tell her that she, was pregnant or whatever, or they were going through the IVF thing again, and they had, done the procedure. And like I said, I just feel like Kim Kardashian's character is really subjective to a lot of the people sometimes that are in your life for the wrong reason, and they're not in it for the right reason. They're in it for what they can get out of it, or they're in it for...
I think she wants to steal that baby, honestly.
I don't know. I don't know what her angle is, but it ain't good. I can tell it ain't good.
You're good at reading people, huh?
You know me, Ro. In the last decade now, I've been able to read on to different type of people and being able to decipher who's good and who's not, and people trying to benefit off of you just because. Yeah, I can see that pretty clear.
Yeah.
Pretty clear.
Yes, I definitely get that.
Yeah. So, what else were you thinking about the episode? How'd you feel about it overall?
I mean, when she found that, what was that? The vitamins, or whatever, putting in the vitamins, right?
Mm-hmm.
When that was just outside, and they're like, "Hey, you got to refrigerate this." She's like, "But I did." And I'm like, "Okay, who's breaking into this house and doing this?" So I want to know. Are we got some ghosts or some goblins? What's going on?
And it's funny that girl, that Cara Delevingne, lady, yeah, she's the one. We haven't seen. Well, she hasn't spoken yet, but she's that mysterious figure that keeps on like being outside her building, and she's seen her across the street. Every time she goes somewhere, she's seeing this woman, and it's like starting to like drive her crazy. That's her.
Oh, because she is quite scary.
She's definitely different, and it's kind of funny because she was in Only Murders in the Building last season.
Yeah, she's really doing herself.
She's making her rounds. I like that. I like that.
I mean, considering Carnival Row probably didn't do so well, I figured she'd do some other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that definitely would be alright.
Yeah.
Definitely would be alright. So, what is your prediction for the next episode? What do you think we're going to see?
For what show, though?
Whichever one you like.
I don't know. Last Resort. I know, like, Aunt Smith's probably gonna cry.
Oh my god.
And I know they probably hit the strip club or something. I can see Angela flashing people again.
That's really weird.
What else? All the rest of the building, anything can happen. We're gonna find out some crazy stuff, like, oh, Nikki was planning on killing him, but someone killed him instead of Nikki or something. I don't know.
Right. I feel like that's like what it's going to be, because there's so many people who could have benefited from him passing away. Like, even like the black guy that was his understudy. And I'm talking about Only Murders, y'all. Only Murders in the Building. So the black guy that was his understudy, you remember like Selena and them and Tobert, which is a weird name.
Yeah.
For Jesse Williams.
That's a real name. How about that?
Yeah, but they were kind of looking at him because like maybe he wanted to get the spotlight off of Ben, and he wanted it for himself, but there's like the guy's on medication for anxiety because he didn't plan on taking the role, and he's having a difficult time and he's getting through it. So I was like, okay, it's definitely not him because this fool's like being medicated. So there's so many things. There's so many possibilities over who could have killed Ben. I feel like it was multiple. Like you said, maybe Dickie planned to kill him and somebody got to him first the second time. But I'm like, shoot.
Yeah, or maybe Dickie's the one that poisoned him.
Yeah. There's any number of things, because it's like he was poisoned and then he was just murked. So it was like, there's a lot of different options here. I don't know.
Yeah. Can't wait for that. It's coming out on Tuesday, so Tuesdays are my only murder buildings.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So, Ro, any words of advice for anyone this week? Any good vibration messages you want to send to folks?
Just love yourself. Not enough of that's going around. I mean, people just hate each other for no real reason, but you gotta love yourself first before you love somebody else.
All right, you heard it first. All right, Ro. Well, appreciate you coming back. Hopefully now, you can get us. I can get on your schedule now, and hopefully we can.
You better ask my secretary, Michael, about that.
Here we go. Yeah, I won't say her head's blown up, huh? Oh my goodness! But we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for all the love, all the support. Thank you for also supporting the Ash Said It show. Of course, you guys know it's available on all platforms. Anywhere that you listen to podcasts, you can check out the Ash Said It show and see who's been featured frequently or who's been featured recently. So that's pretty much the story with that. Let's see. ashsaidit.com, ashsaidit.com. Go check it out. Check out the site. Let me know. And also, if you would like for me to host any kind of social gathering, or if you would like for me to perform your nuptials, I can do that as well. So you can hit me up, info@ashsaidit.com. That is info@ashsaidit.com. I am One Love Ash across social media, across everything. And I love you guys. And we will talk to y'all soon. Deuces.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.